like this might be a good or bad thing.
Okay.
Bad.
Is it? Birdie came up with this, so
I don't know. You want to just hunger up Hadar them and go on about our business? Just hunger Hadar the whole room?
Are you asking, Red?
Like, yeah, like to keep them from pulling the things up and opening them.
I mean, I don't know that...
Like, the hunger of Hadar does cold damage. The goos are weak to cold.
I feel like it would be better to get the others and go back up through the garbage chute, but...
Okay, that's fine.
Rather than let them know that we're still here.
So it's a good 20, maybe almost 30 minutes as you guys get your armor off and you get it bundled up so you can drag it through these narrow tunnels where Red and Birdie report back and relay what they've seen elsewhere in the compound.
Adrex's back looks terrible, by the way. Something weird is going on there.
uh-oh.
I was like covered with like pimples.
Big old pimples.
So if you're quiet, I think we can get your armor on at the bottom of the garbage chute. That's probably the least guarded point.
How high up is the garbage chute?
Garbage chute?
20 feet?
Yeah. Well, I mean, they've got to go up this shaft first from 6, but from the base of the garbage chute.
Yeah, I was gonna say put the armor on in the bottom of the garbage chute.
Okay. They could, but you have to remember there are alert guards with dark vision in that room. They can see in the water just as well as you can. If they peer down into the pool, they'll see them arming up in the bottom.
If we're gonna do that, do you guys mind if we wait another like 20 minutes here for me to get a rest?
You guys,
No.
You can't get a short rest underwater. You're not aquatic creatures.
No. Well, Wendy could have taken her short rest up in here. Poison didn't bother her.
What was beyond here?
It's just another one of those blocks sealing that chamber off.
Okay.
We had ice goo in here, and we had 2 guards over here. I think our best bet is actually just swim up as quickly as possible, and even without your armor, and just bum rush the 2, and hopefully do
Well, I mean, I think that's Yumi and Wendy, because I don't... Yeah, if we leave the armor at the bottom, we just all go up as fast as possible, just basically trying to get them before they drop another one of those barricades.
So just recounting here. Last time Raazu went into combat with her armor off. Just saying.
I don't remember what happened. Can you remind me?
Last time, Raazu also challenged an entire, like, ship of pirates to chicken.
Last time Raazu took her armor off, she became a coward, apparently.
Actually, if I remember correctly, Red challenged the entire pirate ship of pirates to chicken, and then, okay, never mind. That's what got Raazu killed. Right, okay.
It was Red's fault, exactly.
Yes.
So, just as a thought experiment, I'm going to turn Raazu's armor off because her AC is 9 now, just FYI.
How is it 9?
Minus
10.
Raazu has a shitty dexterity. You know, it comes with, that whole dying thing.
You shouldn't do that.
I could say something really mean right now, and I know it.
Now, are you guys forming up at the base of the pool here, or are you forming up inside this tunnel?
Inside the tunnel.
Okay.
Yeah.
And yeah, as you guys, the rest of you come through room number 6, you feel the intense cold from the flow of water coming in as sediment is kind of settling. And then at the base of the back wall, you can see where some of this refuse is also piled up as well.
I guess Wendy is... Oh, I was about to say, Wendy's still just going to take her short rest then. Is that what happened?
Adrex is not bothered by such cold things. In fact, he's like, hee, that tickles.
So you would take 1 point of cold damage per round of contact, because you're resistant.
Yeah.
It's like rubbing Vic's Vapor Rub on his chest. I think we should, so that's 20 feet. Yeah, I can get up out of here without...
Yeah, me too.
Wendy, the 3 of us can get out without dashing. or without taking an action dash. I assume. I don't know how many key points Wendy has left.
Oh, I mean, I'm good.
Wendy also has ridiculous speed, so.
Yeah. I'm over here with my paltry 45 feet walking speed per turn.
Must be nice. Must be terrible for you, actually.
Listen, I'm just going to quote Wendy and just say, you know what? Maybe you should be a monk.
So, Birdie, from what you've seen, there's no chance of getting the drop on these guys. You're not going to surprise them because they're alert, they're watching the pool. But if all of you come up out at once, by which I mean on the same initiative count, you might be able to overwhelm them before they get through the door and raise the alert or whatever else they're trained to do.
So roll initiative.
Yeah.
Everybody go on the slowest persons.
It's Raazu.
All right, so 12.
I didn't roll half as well this time.
See, I always roll like garbage for initiative.
You need to play a Tabashi Rogue. That's what you need to
Do I really, Brook Road?
With the swashbuckler subclass, so that your like lowest possible initiative is 18.
Okay.
Sounds like a hoot and a half.
Yeah, it's a really good character. You should try it. It's great.
Give it a shot, yeah.
He's also, I don't, like, this is a cool idea. I don't know why I've never thought of this before, but he's also got a flame brand, but instead of a sword, it's a dagger. So it's really good for a rogue.
That sounds derivative.
That sounds very good. So, since Raazu only has 30 feet of movement, she should probably be at the mouth of this little part right here. Adrex should be behind him, or behind her.
Yeah.
And then everybody else with the better movement should be further back.
Okay.
Because Raazu's going to have to... Because the idea is what I'm thinking is everybody's going to ready an action to dash on Raazu's movement, I'm assuming.
I don't know why we're doing that. Because... Why? Because we're all going to just dash out there. I'm still not going to be able to get out of the water. Why wait for Raazu? Why not wait for someone who can actually use their turn?
Yeah, we should just run up and block the door and keep them from running out.
Okay, you could do that.
Box them in.
But you can see the initiative order here and who's acting when. And Birdie, you're going to be kicking off the festivities.
So
if you decide to go up and move into position now, and you have enough movement, you can do an attack. If you decide to ready an action and go with someone else, you're using your ready action to dash, and you will not be able to attack.
Right. I don't think we should all go up together. I think we should do our best to block them from escaping until everybody else can get up.
Yeah, that sounds like a better plan to me.
Okay. So, Birdie.
Yeah.
What are we doing? It's your decision.
I'm going to go up and cunning action.
Back at the front.
Yep. I'm going to pop up and block the door, and then I'm going to... Which one of the... red is... Which one? Which one's snake arms?
Neither of these are snake arms. This is the snake head, and this is the snake tail.
Okay.
Popping up out of the water, I mean, they instantly lower their scimitars, and they're ready to attack you. And as you come into the doorway and you look forward, it's not a block. Let's get the appropriate color, I guess. Here, purple seems nice. But the passage forward has a purple cloth, like draped across the opening of a tunnel. And you're not using your turn to do active perception, right? So otherwise, that's all you get.
I'll go ahead and use active perception. It's not like me stabbing this guy for D6 is really going to do anything in the long run.
Go ahead and roll it.
Hey, you'll be better off if they try to move out of your throw range or something.
Yeah, so that is perception of 23.
23?
Yep.
Underneath this curtain, there's maybe an inch and a half of clearance or so between the bottom of this curtain and the floor. On the other side of it, you can see, on either side of the passage, 2 of those wooden bracing poles. You're not sure how the mechanism works, but you're pretty sure if either of these guys make it to this curtain and move through it, they can drop a block into the passage and make it untraversable.
Right. Okay. Good thing I'm standing in the way like a great big
You
old
are standing in the way.
stupid person. Why am I doing this again?
Red, go help him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's your
there's
turn,
a-
Red. Do something.
20. Move to here. Cunning action, disengage, and dashing is my action.
Okay, so you're gonna disengage to get past them and go where?
Where I am.
Just into the hallway
the
to
tunnel.
take up position there? Okay, it's gonna bring us to the green man. Okay.
Green Man.
Birdie!
Mm-hmm.
Here, let me paste their stats into my scratch file. Otherwise, you guys can't damage them.
Yep.
They would just be the immortal Malisons.
They also can't damage us, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they can. I still have their stat block in my main notes file, so I know how much damage they do. Okay. Green tail and green head. Okay, they have hit points now. Now you can damage them. Birdie, I have a 21 to hit.
Yeah.
It's going to do 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
You are grappled and restrained. Escape DC is 18. With his other attack, he throws one of these small glass vials into the water. And then the other one is going to slash at you with his scimitar. No, he's not. He's going to bite you with his teeth. I have an 18 to hit
That'll do it.
for 7 points of piercing damage
Okay.
plus 3 points of poison.
All right.
And then with
Did
his
you
second
say
attack, he too lobs a small glass vial into the water.
5, 7, and 3. Oh no, not 573. That would be bad.
So Raazu, just a second after Birdie and Red nod to each other and swim up for the top of this pool, you see two small splashes. These glass vials are falling down into the room. That's going to bring us to... Oh, I'm sorry, Wendy, you should have acted before this guy. Well, here, for this one fight,
Yeah, I said that.
I'm going to put you after the guy.
What?
I don't know, it just amuses me to do so. You're up.
That seems unfair, but okay.
Gonna head up.
That
pop out of
seems
the water.
unfair. Okay. So you're swimming past these two vials?
Yeah, I didn't see him splash.
Okay.
And I am going to go in on this red. Which is the one that has Birdie? The green one?
The green one has his tail wrapped around Birdie, constricting him.
I'll go in for a longsword swing on him.
Okay.
Cloak a waving. That's a 17 to hit.
That'll hit.
For 12 magical slashing, and could you make me a con save?
I would love to.
I know.
I don't think these
I do it
guys-
because I know you do.
It's a 18.
What? Alright. Guys, this next one is the last key point. As I go in for a punch. Same hit
Okay.
for 6 magical bludgeoning and a con save. That's the last one, guys.
4.
And he is stunned
Okay.
till the end of my next turn.
He could still grapple while he's stunned, though.
Brick road.
Incapacitated.
And I'm gonna go in for a kick on him.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, I can't because I used my cape.
Oh,
So I'm done.
You're done. That's going to bring us to Adrex.
Hello. Well,
As you... how many turns ago was it? 1, 2, 3, 4.
well,
If you don't do something about these vials, they're going to hit the floor of the pool this right at the end of your turn.
yeah, Adrex will grab the vials.
Okay. And you grab them, and they don't look like anything special, just little glass vials, but they're not stoppered with cork, as you would expect, or wax. They're stoppered with some kind of substance you're not familiar with. It seems to be quickly dissolving. And you realize that these things eventually, they're designed like the little tabs you put in your dishwasher. They're going to melt away completely, letting the contents of these vials, unless you do something about it on this action.
I mean, I got a breath weapon, so let's freeze them.
So you're like hold them at arm's length and breathe on them?
Yeah.
And this big chunk of ice, 15-foot cone, scrapes up against the back wall with these two vials kind of encased in the center of them. Just in time as the strange wax stopping it up gives way and the first little rivulets of liquid start to filter out. And you see, even in the center of your ice, this core of material, little streaks in the ice as it cracks and burns away. But you have contained the danger.
My breath weapon has never been more useful.
Wendy,
Yeah.
right behind you, you hear a loud sploosh as this huge chunk of ice bobs to the surface.
That's badass.
Adrex, moving or staying put?
I think that's the majority of Adrex's movement. He's still real slow, even though doesn't run. So
okay, it's gonna bring us to Raazu.
but I think Raazu can get to the surface.
Yeah, Raazu can get to the surface
Yeah, 15. Raazu.
with a
Out
dash.
of the,
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna be able to do anything this next turn.
You
Until this next turn, rather.
hoist yourself out, and you see one of them. Red is guarding the entrance. The green one has Birdie constricted. Wendy's beating the hell out of him, and this big block of ice is bobbing up behind you with these two vials cracked in the center of it. It's going to bring us back to Birdie.
I'm going to just stab he's the one that's stunned, right?
Yes, he's stunned.
All right, and he's still grappling me even though he's stunned, right?
Yes.
Okay, well, I'm going to stab him with my short sword.
Yeah, I would.
That is 9 plus... It could be an 18 to hit.
18 does hit.
Okay. For a total of 28 magic... Well, 27 piercing damage. Not magical.
He is bloodied as you stab into the deep shank of where his torso begins turning into his tail. And you feel his muscles ripple around you. You're staying put. That's going to bring us to Red.
All right. Can I get a stab on any of them if I move to here?
From the doorway?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get a stab on technically either of them because he's right in front of you, and he and Birdie are in the same space for all intents and purposes.
Let's go for the stunned one.
Okay.
How's a 19 do on armor class?
That'll hit.
For 23 damage.
23. And Birdie, you feel the tail go slack as the Malison dies.
Just give Windy advantage on her next attack against this one. It's the end of Red's turn.
Okay. Wendy, it's your turn right now.
Alright. I'm going to take my advantage to shoot him in the face with a sharpshooter shot. Cloak a-waving. A fluttering.
Okay.
And that's a 18 to hit.
That'll hit.
For that's 22 magical piercing.
Okay.
And let's toss another sharpshooter shot at him. That's a 16 to hit.
That'll hit.
For another 21 magical piercing.
And he is bloodied as you go Legolas all over his face.
Uh-huh. And that's my turn.
You staying put there?
Yeah, I'm good here.
Okay, he's going to respond in kind. Well, not in kind. He's going to use his scimitar.
I prefer if he didn't.
He's going to, though.
Oh.
You know what? I'll go ahead and use the longbow. That's more damage. No, he would know that you throw
weapon.
arrows back because one guy got away, so they would have that knowledge. So no, he's not going to use his longbow, even though it is more damage. I've got an 18 and
Alright.
16.
Neither of those hit.
Okay, he takes his scimitar and he's wildly hacking, and as he does, you can tell he's trying to get away from you and move past Red, but he doesn't have the space to get to the doorway.
Sure.
And
And
he's starting to
McDohl,
get kind
listen,
of frantic.
I'm okay with that one because it implies that people leave and the first thing they do is tell everyone about the bullshit Wendy does.
I try to make my monsters work as realistically as I can imagine they would.
Oh yeah, if I
No,
saw that
no,
that Wendy bullshit, I'd go tell everyone.
So
I'd be like,
Of course, Nodal would be just singing Wendy's praises all the way to the bank. Let me tell you. Yeah.
So somebody asked me what our party composition was, and I said, "Well, we got 2 frontline fighters. We got 1 dedicated, like back row fighter. We got 1 floater, which is Red, and then we got 1 bullshit."
And no healers, because y'all are dumb. Adrex, your turn.
Hey, healer, get up here.
He's got to get up there with using a dash action, but he's up there.
Okay. You hoist yourself up, holding this blue torch. Raazu.
Raazu, with her ungloved hand, now decides to stab this guy with the trident, so please to give me some cold damage with that.
Okay, 1 point of cold damage.
Okay, and...
Why is your hand ungloved?
no save.
because I had to take my armor off, yo.
You can wear a male glove. That's not going to hinder your movement. I'm not going to force you to take your gloves off.
See, I don't know with you, Brick Road. I just don't know with you. Does a 16 hit?
Let me ask you this, McDohl.
Yeah.
Being military personnel, so
Yeah.
you've trained wearing like a heavy backpack and all kinds of heavy equipment and stuff, right?
Yeah.
You've gone through boot camp. You've done all. Okay.
Yeah.
And it's hard to
Yeah.
move with all that stuff on, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
How hard is it to move your entire body through a small space if you're wearing a heavy glove?
Fair enough.
So, I can't win with this guy. I get shit when I'm trying to help him out.
There's just shit no matter what.
Stab
Yeah,
with your
no,
trident,
it's-
please. Please do it.
Of course, the real question is, was that just a bit? It's 5 piercing damage.
Did you roll to hit him?
Yeah, it was a 16 to hit.
16 hits. 12 points of piercing damage?
Yep, and then
Okay.
second attack is a nat 1, so...
You're not getting an AC bonus for wearing 1 glove, Michael Jackson.
No, I'm not...
Not even 1 point.
Brick Road, you monster.
I'll give you an AC bonus for cold shots against your hand and fingers.
Okay.
It's going to bring us back to Birdie.
Give him an
Yeah,
AC
he
bonus
puts
of Iki.
We fight
Okay.
some Jedi, we'll be up on ends here.
I mean,
Chop Raazu's arm off. No, thank you.
just gonna stab him.
Okay.
Nice. I love it when you stab people.
I do it so very, very rarely, actually. 17 plus 9 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, so
Because your idea of tactics is Hunger of Hadar, call it a day.
that is 20 piercing.
20?
Yep.
He dies before he gets a chance to make his break for the curtain and collapse the passage. And it doesn't go silent. Because you can very faintly hear voices on the other side of the curtain.
Mm-hmm.
You can identify the language as Yuan-ti, but they're too faint for you to make out what they're saying. You just catch very frantic bits and pieces here and there.
So
Adrex pulls his block of ice out of the
are
water.
we still are
No, you're not on initiative now.
okay? We need to go through that curtain very quickly.
Do we have 10? Okay.
Adrex, next time you should face downward when you do that, and then just ride the block of ice to the surface.
Adrex, if you face downward when you did that, you would encase yourself in a block of ice.
And then he'd float to the surface.
Yes, you would. But
Unless it turns upside down and he's just bobbing on the bottom.
For what it's worth, I suggested that to him a while ago.
He did. Make a block of ice and ride it upward.
I thought that's what he was going to do when he broke out the wand. Yeah, let's go. I guess I'm gonna try and inspect this curtain and see if there's anything I have to do to move through it without triggering this stone block to
Is
fall.
everybody coming up behind you when you do this?
I don't know.
Adrex is not.
Raazu is.
Everybody entering the hallway, make me a stealth check.
Oh, I don't have armor penalties to this.
You do not. No,
No, you don't.
Well, you are wearing a heavy glove, so
21.
11.
22.
You're the worst recruit.
15.
Red.
I really appreciate being the fucking. Okay.
You don't hear the clank, clank, clank of Raazu coming up behind you because she's not wearing her heavy armor at the moment, but she is still a very large hobgoblin. And when you approach the curtain, you hear the voices on the other side go silent. You can tell they've heard somebody in the tunnel. Make me
I motion
an
for everybody. Okay.
investigation check.
Yep.
Make it at disadvantage because it sounds like you're not going to be here for more than a couple seconds.
That's a 21.
21. Looking at the ground, at where these two bracing pulls are, you see a kick stop on one of them. Where if you were to flee through this tunnel, you could quickly hit that with your foot, which would drop the block into place. The other bracing pole doesn't have such a kick stop, but it also wouldn't be enough to hold the weight of a block above it by itself. So all you have to do to get through this without triggering this trap is just not kick that kick stop. You realize it's not really a trap, it's just a security precaution.
Yeah.
But it's just silence on the other side of the curtain.
I motion to Birdie and make the tentacle wiggling symbol.
I'm gonna need you to turn on your webcam and actually see this, I think.
I don't actually have a
here's,
webcam.
here's the thing, Brick Road. I feel like any symbol Birdie will take is the tentacle wiggling symbol.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. Remember, refer to my previous statement of tactics being Hunger of Adar and calling it a day.
Listen, when all you have is a hammer.
You look around the room and see what you have to offer to the companions.
And then I'll pull the curtain up so he has line of sight.
Okay.
And then I'll cast it immediately in the middle of the room. Like,
Okay, we're gonna roll
Let's see
initiative.
how big the room is before you choose the middle.
We're gonna roll
No.
initiative, and we're going to come in on the initiative order wherever Red lands, because he's taking the first action here.
Birdie can't be surprised.
No, nobody's gonna be
Not how
surprised
this
in this
works.
situation.
I don't.
Notice how I didn't really move my thing all that much.
Do you just want me to lock you down there? Just for-
You know what? How about I just sit like right here? How about that?
Birdie.
I'll be
What?
here.
No. See, that's like you. That's like me flying. That'd be like me, a draconic species,
Just an asshole.
bursting wings out of my back and infringing
Just
upon you.
bullshit.
No, okay.
You're just bullshitting.
I like how Nodal's all like, yes, I am the one.
I've been rolling really bad with my.
Rolling really bad, huh? Oh, it must
Yeah,
be
no,
a thing, huh?
I've been rolling basically what you're rolling, except I've got a +10, so it offsets it a little bit.
Listen, McDohl, one of us has to be really glad whenever anything good happens, so that the other one.
Okay. Getting a good look into this room.
Oh, I love getting a good look.
So we're gonna come in on Red's turn.
And I'm basically holding an action, I guess, to cast the Hunger of Adar.
Windy, are you holding any kind of? Are you readying an action?
Yeah, when Birdie casts Hunger of Dar, I am going to shoot blindly into the room.
Okay.
I'll roll a d6 and everything to see where I take a shot.
Red,
Mhm.
you pull the curtain back without hitting the kick stop. And looking into the room, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 duders.
Oh man, I've got a pretty good shot of hitting someone.
Oops, I need a green one. 2 of the blue ones. Looking into this room, you see all kinds of Malisons. One of them seems to be guarding this passage. One of these 2 blue arm or the snake armed ones seem to be guarding this door. This one in the back of the room, he's kind of directing things. And when you pull the curtain, Red, you see him, his neck craned real forward, listening intently, watching the curtain. And note, as you're in the process of pulling it, he points in that direction and says, "They're coming from the pit." These 4 in the center of the room are holding what to your eyes looks at first a large, heavy, cylindrical object between them. It looks like a tube or a pipe, and you can tell that they're straining under the weight of it. It takes 4 of them to lift this thing. And what do you do?
Is Birdie on initiative?
I am. I'm 22. But
It's Red's turn.
Yeah. Which ones are holding it?
These 4 in the center of the room. So they're holding this big block or this big kind of cylindrical tube, which just looks like a silvery metallic tube with just some kind of black void in the middle. You can't see what's inside of it. You see some kind of intricate features along the sides, including the handhelds they're grabbing onto, but you don't have the time to appreciate them right now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like this.
Well. Let's, step into the room.
Okay.
And, let's throw a bag of ball bearings so it goes right underneath one of these guys holding the tube.
Which one?
This one.
This one here? Okay.
Yep.
You just empty your ball bearings and they scatter across the floor. And right now he's not moving, but if he attempts to move, he's going to have a very difficult time keeping his feet.
Did that take my action, or could I do that as a bonus action?
That was an action.
Okay.
Unless you can use an item as a bonus action. I think some rogues can.
I think that's the thief.
Alright, so that's going to trigger Wendy's held action. You're going to fire blindly into the room. Roll some percentile.
No, don't worry, I have, because I've split the room into quadrants here. Starting with 0, 1, 2, 3.
That's a D4, that's not percentile.
That's a 1, so it'll hit something starting with
Nodal,
1, and then I've got a D10 here.
You're not hearing me.
Percentile is lame,
Roll
though.
percentile.
That's so boring.
I don't... so boring.
I came up with this grand scheme, and you're ruining it. Alright, left will be 10s.
So I guess that one's 10s.
70.
70.
Okay. 70. Okay, go ahead and roll the hit at disadvantage.
Okay. That's 19 to hit.
19, that will hit.
For 10 magical piercing.
Okay. Red, you upend some ball bearings under this nerd's feet. You want to go ahead and just draw a circle there or whatever, so that squares difficult terrain?
Yeah.
The one on the other side catches an arrow. It sings through the curtain behind you. Catches it in his chest. And you see him stagger for a brief moment under the impact of Wendy's shot, but he does not drop the device. That's going to bring us to Birdie's held action.
Yes, Hunger of Hadar.
There's a lot of
It's difficult
drawing
to get
in
a
this
shot
room.
through Wendy's incredible fist pumping. Red did this to himself. Don't worry about it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It should go like a little further.
There you
Yeah.
go. It's beautiful.
Yep, just like that.
Okay. So it's magical darkness, right?
Yes, a 20-foot void.
20-foot void.
No light can illuminate the area, and creatures fully in it are blinded.
So nothing happens now, but at the start of a creature's turn, they take 2d6 cold damage.
Any creature that starts its turn in the area takes cold damage. Okay. Any creature that ends its turn must pass 2d6 if they fail a dex saving throw.
And it's a difficult terrain?
Yes.
And there's slurping.
Right.
We're just going to... Horrible slurping. Birdie, moving or staying put? Oh, you can't. It's not your turn. It's a held action. That's going to bring us to... go ahead and apply cold damage to the 2 green men here.
Okay.
What the hell am I going to do for this bot? God damn.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking the same thing.
It's 8.
8 points?
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, you know, just live in the hunger of Hadar. That's what y'all had to do anyway.
And he's going to actually... He's got to end his turn here. Dexterity saving throw.
Uh-huh.
Oh, he might have this.
It's 8 plus
18.
Yeah, he's got it. So it's 8 plus your proficiency plus your int modifier, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, so that would be 12, 15. They got to beat 15s just for future reference.
I'm gonna ask you every time because I got enough shit to memorize on my side.
Okay, that's fine.
How much acid damage?
It would go.
Oh
they
no!
Don't take the acid. Yeah,
they make the save. They don't take the acid damage. Okay.
Yeah.
Red, you start hearing panicked voices. I mean, all of you hear the panicked parcel tongue go up, but only Red understands it, and it's something to the effects of they're panicking, but hold your ground and fire. And that's gonna bring us to Adrex.
I don't.
Actually, are you guys doing anything to hold this curtain open? Because otherwise, you can't see in the room at all. Not that there's anything to see, because Hunger for Dar's in there.
Can I yell out when I hear that to get out of the tunnel?
Sure, if you want.
All right.
You all hear Red cry out. You hear his voice sound very frail and far away over this cacophony of slurping tentacly noises.
Slurping intensifies.
Adrex is gonna go over here.
Love it when Adrex goes over there.
And Adrex is gonna hold an action. Soon as the pathway is clear in this hallway, he is going to shove the block of ice down and into the Hunger of Hadar.
You're not gonna be able to fit the block of ice through this doorway. This doorway is 5 feet wide. The block of ice 15 feet at its widest point.
All right. Change of plan. Adrex is going to go over here, and as soon as he sees one of the enemies emerge from the Hunger of Hadar, he will hurl an axe at it.
Okay. And that's going to bring us to Raazu.
Raazu's going to get clear of the tunnel at Red's insistence.
Okay. Are you taking an action or just moving?
Just moving.
Hey, Windy.
Okay. Do I have to do anything special to not wreck this cloth?
You would have to consciously hit the little like kickstand at the ground. As long as you don't do that, you will not drop the block.
All right. I guess I'm going to do my best to move through the Hunger of Hadar then.
Okay.
Come out over here. So what do I have to roll in order to move through this thing? Or do I just take the damage?
You don't. It's counts as difficult terrain, and you don't take any damage as long as you don't end your turn there.
Alright. Then I'm going to take a couple of shots at this guy.
Okay.
Let's build a cloak and make them sharpshooter shots. And toss them right off the table. Right off the table. That's a 9 to hit and a 19.
19 will hit.
A 9 would hit Raazu.
For 21 magical piercing.
Okay.
This green boy.
As you put an arrow directly in his torso. Moving or staying put?
I'm good here.
Birdie.
Right. I'm going to do the same thing, and
Okay.
I'm going to stab him with my short sword.
Okay, do it.
Welcome to the party, buddy.
So that is 27 piercing.
Did you roll the hit?
No, I didn't.
You probably should do that.
Is that a short sword like a long sword for you?
Jeez.
No, that would be a. I'm sorry. That would be
I didn't know you were.
20, 24 to hit.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay,
that's
I'll
good.
Why'd
have
you even
to-
bother rolling?
Okay, we'll do the damage again. Okay, so that is a 23 damage.
I do like the idea of just rolling damage. I'm not gonna lie. That really appeals.
And as he
That's a power move.
as you wound him with your sword, he winces in pain and he cries out something in Yuan-ti. And Red, you hear it, you understand it is the entrance. They're breaching the entrance. Turn it and fire. Turn this way.
Everybody on the ground!
And that's the
And I'll
end
shout
of
that in the
Birdie's
direction
turn.
of Wendy and Birdie.
Okay, go ahead and apply some cold damage to one of the snake arms here.
That is 7 cold damage.
Okay, and he's just gonna use his movement to get out of the range of Hunger Kadari. There's a back corner here that's not slurpy and horrible.
Mm.
All right, I need Adrex
Mm,
to make me a dexterity saving throw at advantage.
you can give me advantage all you want. I still suck on those.
Okay.
Adrex, you do get a +4 to this.
You get a
and
+4?
within 10 feet of you. Yeah.
All right.
Hey!
That
20 on die,
is
pretty
a
much.
20.
Okay. $43 points of acid damage, Adrex, which you can cut in half because you passed the dex save. Red, you don't get a dex save. You're standing at point blank range. They can't possibly miss you. As this blast of acid fires forth, staining the entire hallway, blowing past the curtain
Oh, shit.
where all of you were just standing a moment ago. Then you hear a very loud clank as the device falls to the ground. I need you to apply some cold damage to my Redmans, please.
That sucks.
Wait, how much damage was that? Sorry.
I can count it up again. 45,
It's 43.
43.
I'm down.
And you hear a slump as Red hits the floor amidst the loud clank.
Birdie, drop the spell!
Yeah. As soon as I'm able to, I will drop the spell.
Okay.
But that's 6 damage.
6 damage to the Redmans?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can do it whenever. You just drop concentration. Just declare that
Yeah.
you're dropping concentration on it.
Okay, well, then I'm dropping it now.
He
It's
did it,
gone.
the madman.
Are you sure you can do that when it's not your turn?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's some bullshit that I learned back in LDUV days.
So I'll be honest, I didn't know a lot of these rules back in the LDUV days.
I mean, it's not one of the bullshit rules that I pulled off that turned out to not actually be the rules. If that makes you feel better.
Also, remember how much friendly fire damage Riot gave us on concentration spells, and Nick wouldn't do this? I'm not bitter or anything. I promise.
Are you sure you're not?
Uh,
It sounds like you might be a little bit.
I might be a little bit bitter. Of course, Planescape Party was friendly fire the party.
Yeah, you can end concentration anytime, no action required. So you're gonna do that right now? Spell's gone? That's good,
Yeah.
because before your next turn came around, Red would have been killed by the spell, because he would have taken 2 sources of damage, and... Alright, so the spell goes down. And it's red's, my red guy's turn. Green guy doesn't go till after red.
Love red guy.
These two red guys, I mean, you can see where they've been stained and harassed by the hunger of Hadar. And you also see their arms are blackened. They're wearing some kind of protective material that covers their hands, and then most of their forearms going all the way up, almost to their shoulders. That's been blackened by this device. They reach down, and each one of them gets red underneath his shoulder, and they hoist him away. Through this door.
That's bullshit.
No.
I don't like this.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that.
Sure you didn't. Adrex.
Yeah.
I'm giving you partial cover because you are down at the end of this hallway, but the hallway does provide you some cover because there is a curtain there.
Right.
We're going to start with Birdie.
Partial cover is +3.
2.
+2.
+2.
Birdie, I've got a 17
That just hits.
and a 13.
That does not hit.
That does not hit.
Mm-hmm.
5 points of piercing damage from this one's arrow.
Okay.
And he says something kind of cruelly in his Yuan-ti language that this one seems to understand. And this one gets a very wicked grin on his face. And remember, this one has a human face. He's pretty horrible.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Adrex. I have an 18.
Yeah.
And a 14.
Yeah.
Half cover is +2. 3/4 cover is +5.
Oh, I'm sorry, Birdie. You also need to take 8 points of poison damage. Adrex, you take 3 points of piercing damage and 2 points of poison damage as the first arrow clatters on the wall behind you and hits your ice block. The second one grazes your arm. Red, make a death save.
Pass.
Okay. And now my greenmans get a turn. What is... Birdie, what's your passive perception?
My passive perception is 21.
21, okay. So at disadvantage, that would be 16, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
It's -5, right? Yeah.
This opening, I mean, you see daylight pouring in it. The tunnel continues maybe another 15 or 20 feet past where it's drawn on this map, but then it just opens up into daylight. Glancing in that direction, you can see large, heavy stone doors which stand open. And they open inward, so they're laying flat against the side of either wall of this tunnel. And this one's going to disengage, and he slithers about 10 feet down the hallway towards the door, and then turns back with his scimitar in his hand and this wicked grin on his face, as though challenging you to follow him. And this one is going to... He can't slither on top of the device, but he can go around the ball bearings and take a shot at Adrex.
Is the curtain open?
It's
Is
not.
there a curtain still?
It's closed. That's why I'm giving you cover, partial cover.
Oh, I thought you were giving me... Alright.
I mean, because they know that you're physically there, but they can't actually see you to aim. But the curtain doesn't provide any actual defense from the arrows. I got a 15 and a 13.
Yep.
Both hit?
Both hit. 13 just hits.
Just hits. That's a little better. I have 7 points from the first arrow and 12 points of poison damage.
All right.
4 points from the second arrow and 10 points of poison damage.
Not having armor sucks.
As they sink through the curtain. And that was my green guys. It's going to bring us to Adrex's turn now.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
All right. Let's mayhem again. First attack using the Feymore.
Nice.
I didn't mean to roll that off the thing. It is a 20 to hit.
That hits.
That hits.
Maybe you should.
For 4 piercing or 9 piercing.
Okay.
And 2 fire.
When did you ignite the Feymore?
As he was running down the hallway.
So you used your bonus action this turn to ignite it, okay?
Yeah.
And how much fire? I'm sorry?
2 fire.
2 fire?
Excuse me.
2
yeah.
fire.
And please make a strength saving throw.
How does a 1 do?
1 does not do it.
All right. So what happens to my poor defenseless snake man that didn't do anything
It's
wrong?
prone.
God damn it.
You knock him prone?
Yeah.
Okay.
Every time you say that, Brickard, I hate you a little more every time.
Second attack. And now I have advantage.
Yeah.
Prone.
I'll knock him prone for you.
Thank you. That is once again a 20 to hit.
That hits.
All right. For 7 piercing, 10 fire.
And he is bloodied.
Oh, I forgot to roll damage for the. He gets damage too. Oh, it's an additional 5 damage.
Okay.
The trip attack.
He is bloodied as you knock him prone and go at him with your flaming dagger.
And
Yeah.
yeah, please repeat that strength saving throw.
He doesn't make that a disadvantage being prone, does he? I don't think so, but I'll double check.
Additional 10 damage.
Okay.
And did he make it?
Nope, not even close.
Oh, I can't pick him up and fling
He's
him
locked
15
right now.
feet. Yeah, I want to fling him 15 feet towards
Sure,
Birdie.
do it.
I can't, he's locked. Oh, there we go. Bam. As if though Adrex is saying, you guys deal with this.
As he goes sliding across the floor and slumping into the entryway.
Action surge!
Okay.
Alright. First attack. That is a 16 to hit.
That'll hit.
That'll hit. Excellent. For 9 piercing. And 7 fire. And please make a strength saving throw.
Okay.
Adrex mad.
14.
Nope. Needed to make a 17.
Not
He
even
is prone.
Knock
Alright.
him over onto the sprawl him onto the floor.
Alright, second attack. Roll at advantage because he's prone. That is a 17 to hit.
17 will hit.
17 will hit for That was incredible. 8 piercing. And
Just knocking everyone on the ground.
11 fire damage.
And he is bloodied.
And offhand attack.
Get him. Kill him.
19 to hit.
That hits.
Or 20 to hit, sorry. For 7 slashing.
Okay.
And I will end my turn there. How's that sound?
Staying put.
Thanks.
Standing over this guy here.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's going to bring us to Raazu.
Let some of the rest of us take a turn.
30 feet gets... Yeah, let someone else take a turn for once, McDohl. 30 feet gets me there. 5, 10, 20, 30 gets me there. That's Raazu's turn.
Okay. It's going to bring us back to Windy.
Oh, I didn't roll. Damn it.
I'm going to bill my cloak and then go in to finish this guy off.
Okay. The guy who's laying prone in front of Birdie here?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
18 to hit.
That does hit. Now, he's looking real bad.
15 magical slashing.
And that's it. He is donezo.
Alright, and then I'll help Adrex by finishing off his guy.
Okay.
Except I don't think I'm going to be able to, but such is life in the zone.
You might. He's taking,
that's-
he's taking a lot of damage.
27 to hit
27 hits.
for another 14 magical slashing.
Not quite, but he's only on his last legs. This is one of the ones that have legs.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay.
He's on his last snakes.
And moving or staying put as you move in on this one?
I'll move here.
Okay. Birdie.
I'm going to not follow that way. I'm going to shoot an arrow at this guy.
Just because fuck him.
Shoot an arrow
Yeah.
at him. Roll
Yeah.
a disadvantage because he's going to leave and turn a corner. So let's see if you get him in the back as he's heading out.
He's also no, that'd be 11.
An 11? You send
Yeah.
an arrow singing out after him, but he ducks his head as he rounds the corner.
So I'll move here behind Raazu.
Okay. Brings us to the blue man group here. As the two guys carrying red through this other curtain disappear, the blue guys, they're not blue in universe. They just have snake arms. I just need to color code them so I remember who they are.
I
The two
feel ya.
snake arm men step in front of Raazu to block her path. And they're going to start biting you with their extremely terrible snake arms. And
They're probably going to.
they both look pretty hale and healthy. They haven't suffered...
Yeah.
Well, I think one of them suffered a little bit of cold damage at the beginning. Whoops. They don't have arms, so they weren't allowed to carry the big cannon.
Yeah, no, that's totally fair.
I have a 15
Hit.
and a 6
Hey, no, that doesn't hit, surprisingly.
and a 6
A 6 does not hit.
and a 7.
Nope. Wow.
One of the snake arms gets a firm bite on you for 6 points of piercing damage
Mhm.
and 4 points of poison.
Sure.
And you block the rest with your one mailed hand.
Yep.
Just get it up in there and work it.
Because it's an isometric map, there is a space on the other side of them along the wall that you can move through.
Okay.
The red cannon thing counts as difficult terrain, so you have to climb up and over it. These ball bearings obviously do, and you can't move through the actual guys. But you can still reach the curtain if you move around them.
Hate
Yeah,
geometry.
I don't want to bring up attacks of opportunity in this situation because I have shit for armor class.
This guy's not stunned, he's just prone, so he can use half his movement to stand up. And Windy, you billowed last round, is that correct?
That is correct.
Adrex, we'll start with you.
All right.
Oh my god, I've got a 6 to hit,
That does not hit.
and I've got an 11 to hit.
That does not hit.
Alright, so he goes at you with the scimitar and then the bite. But you definitely avoid both blows. And Windy.
Yep.
Jesus Christ, I have a 12 to hit
Nah.
and a 9 to hit.
Nah.
These hands aren't doing these guys any good.
And again, he's his scimitar and he goes in for the bite. You just dance out of his way.
Red
Red,
video, the shooter drop where he rolls like 6 crits.
strangely enough, you do not have to make a death save this round.
Okay.
That's eerie.
It's probably fine.
I don't have any
Yeah,
more.
it's
Bad.
Listen, if anyone's gonna know how to do snake medicine, it's snakes. He's probably fine.
Alright, I don't have any more green men because he left through the door. That's going to bring us to Adrex.
Oh, excellent. I'm gonna stab the guy in front of me.
Okay.
Let's see how this goes. He's not prone, so I don't
Not
get
anymore.
advantage. 20.
20 will hit.
20 will hit.
And he's real bad.
He always sounds so
piercing?
shocked.
I'm sorry, how much?
6 piercing.
That's enough.
Okay.
Just the 6 piercing's enough. I realize that there's fire on top of that, and
There it is, but it's fine.
You can roll the fire if it makes you feel better.
So I have a question. So if you cook snake men, do they smell like chicken?
why is that your question?
Because he's got a fire sword and he's
Crikey.
stabbing snake men.
I think I liked you better when I couldn't hear you. Adrex, is that it?
Second attack. That guy.
Okay.
That's fair. I ruined everything. I'm sorry.
That is a crit.
All right.
Wendy appreciates any and all cooking related humor.
For 10 slashing and 11 fire
Okay.
and bonus action to second wind.
I always play a little game in my head, like when are my fighters gonna second wind?
Well,
I'm never right, by the way. Like I'm always thinking like this is gonna be the turn he second wins, and then it never is.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. That's gonna bring us to Raazu.
Okay, I have 2 guys in front of me that need to be stabbed. That sounds like a good
You do,
plan.
but one of them is gonna turn his attention back to Adrex, who just came up behind him and stabbed him with a flaming dagger.
Okay, then I'm going to stab this boy then. Does a 14 hit?
It does.
Excellent. Let's give him some Paladin stank because I don't want any of what this guy is bringing.
This particular guy has not been damaged yet either. Nobody's done
I'm
anything
about
to
to
him
change
yet.
that. I'm about to change that. Ooh. That is 4 piercing damage, and that was 2 8s, but so
There's 2 8s
16
in a while.
thunder damage.
How much
Crazy
thunder?
eights.
16.
16.
Some good stank.
Yeah, it was a good stank there.
Okay. And he reels from the blow of your trident as you stank on him. Moving or
didn't-
staying put?
That didn't feel good, did it? Because I'm going to do it again. No, I'm not. That's only a 10 to hit.
10 does not hit.
Yeah.
And that's bottom of the order. It's going to bring us back to Windy.
All right. Well, I don't like that this guy's still up. First of all,
Which one?
the one next to me.
Does it offend you?
He hasn't taken a whole lot of damage either. He was in the Hunger of Hadar for a little bit.
Let's go with. If he hasn't taken much damage, let's go for a billow and a couple of sharpshooters. Just back up half a step and unleash on his face.
Yeah, use your violence.
Thanks, man. That's a hit and a miss.
Okay.
for 16 magical piercing.
Okay. And he is bloodied.
And I will circle around him.
And now your turn there?
Yeah.
Birdie.
I'm going to shoot this guy with my bow.
Okay.
That is a 24 to hit.
That hits.
And I need another d6. For a total of 26 magical piercing.
Okay, he is also very bloodied. As you put an arrow right through one of his horrible snake arms. He would very much like to reach out and bite you, but he's got Raazu in the way.
Yep.
Moving or staying put?
Staying put.
Alright, I got snake arms for Adrex, and snake arms for Raazu, because they're both really easy to hit.
It's fair.
That's more like it. Adrex, I got
Crit,
a 21
Yeah,
and a
that's
24.
yeah, that's
Alright, first snake arm bite. 7 piercing and 10 poison. Second snake arm bite is 4 piercing and 3 poison.
Okay.
Raazu.
Sure.
God damn it. 7 and an 8 to hit you. Your armor class is what?
Yep. 9.
You've only reminded us 4,000 times. Can't even roll to hit the 9. So Adrex, you suffer 2 more bites along your unarmored, supple, naked flesh. And Raazu, you just don't let them bite you. You think that's a much better plan.
Yeah, that's a good plan. I'm happy. I'm happy.
Are they
I
freaked
support
out
it.
by my grotesque back?
Is
just
Very afraid.
Adrex,
Oh no! Yeah.
because it's Red Man's turn now. I have a 21 to hit
Yeah.
and a 16 to hit.
Yeah. Oh no.
4 points of slashing from the scimitar.
Okay.
7 points of piercing from the bite.
Yeah.
And 2 points from the poison. Lowest poison I can roll. Wendy's the more dangerous opponent, but you're closer, much closer to dead.
Oh, I'm so close to death. Yeah. This is,
Would that I could get to you, Adrex.
is there a third wind I could do?
Nope.
You get a second
don't
use
have
of
Red
it
Man.
later levels.
All right, Adrex, let's put an end to this farce.
Oh, haha! Adrex's turn. Exactly.
Adrex loves farces.
You fool.
All right, red dude.
Mm-hmm. He is just barely bloodied.
24 to hit.
That'll hit.
No, 25 to hit. Sorry,
That doesn't
Like
hit.
the math.
25
25 is too much.
too
Wraps
high.
back around.
Yeah, it's a overflow
Hey.
error.
Hey, Raazu, you forgot to sentinel this blue guy for
Little known
attacking
D&D
Adrex.
rule.
8
Oh,
piercing.
yeah, that's right. He was swinging at Adrex.
8 piercing.
Okay.
Well. Already moved too far along.
7 fire.
Distracted, sorry.
Okay.
And please to make a strength saving throw.
16.
Nope. Need a 17.
He's down.
And
You've knocked him
takes-
prone, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
An additional 1 damage, because yeah,
Nailed
boy. Yeah,
Showed
boy.
him.
Yeah, I
Showed him.
did. All right, second attack. Advantage because he's prone. That is again a 20
That'll hit.
for 9 piercing and 6 fire.
And that's it for him.
Excellent.
The fire burns him to death, and he writhes no more.
You know what sucks is that I can't rally myself, but that's fine. Offhand attack, that guy.
Okay.
I feel like if anyone could rally themselves, it'd be Adrian.
Just psych himself
17 to hit.
17 will hit.
For
You got this, Adrex.
11 slashing. And a strength saving throw, please.
14.
Nope. And he is also prone. And he takes an additional 9 damage.
He is now also bloodied. So both of the snake-armed men are bloodied.
And Adrex is completely and utterly spent.
Raazu.
Go for the one that's on the ground.
Okay.
Go with him. It's an 11 or... It's an 18 or better than 18.
That'll hit.
It's the 18. Okay. So go hitting him with the trident. That's 5 piercing damage.
Okay.
To the prone one. Is he still alive?
Yes.
Well, let's try and correct that oversight, shall we? Are you Burkroad? Zoom in over here.
I see it. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Ah,
I'm enjoying that.
Yeah.
Listen, before you complain too hard, I've literally rolled single digits against you for 2 rounds in a row now.
That is true.
So-
that is true. Yeah.
Hopefully
I'm
next
with
round
you.
we'll all have much higher numbers.
I'm with you there, Burkroad.
Is that it for
And
Russell?
that'll be the end of Roz's turn.
All right, Wendy, can you mop these fools up, please?
Yeah, this guy's not going to have much higher numbers. Going for a nice long sword.
Okay.
Billow with the cloak. For 18 to hit.
That'll hit.
I rolled a double 1. Holy shit.
I hit it 1 too. 5 slashing, magical.
Okay.
Attacking
And-
400 to 1 odds.
He's on his last legs. You can see he's barely scrabbling against the ground. It's kind of hard to pick yourself up off the ground when you don't have palms or fingers.
22 to hit for 10 slashing magical.
Try to pick yourself off the ground by pushing against the ground with your face. That's what this guy's got to do. And he's dead. So you put your longsword through him and he stops moving.
Hey, Birdie, clean up.
with the bow.
All right, Birdie. Can you be the guy right here?
I damn well hope so.
Yeah.
So that's, well, I just rolled 2 9s. 9 plus 9 is an 18, so 18 to hit.
18 does hit.
That's not how advantage works.
I think that's how that works.
No, I have the plus 9 to hit.
Plus 9 bonus to hit.
All right, Destil, we all knew the joke.
That is 28 magical piercing.
And he's dead. All right. So let's go ahead and take our break now.